the Hydras den up first, so he was planning to have Hydras to counter those Vultures in that mech. Also, he put down 2 Sunkens in his base, probably just to stop any Vultures, but it looked like a lot of Wraiths now coming in. That's 2-port Wraiths. Luxury's going to know now that it's 2-port Wraiths, but seeing 3 Wraiths there, but who knows whether his response is going to be fastest if he got that really late Spire. The thing is, the Hydras should be able to fend off the Wraiths. He just got to get some Hydras out. He's still pumping out drones and getting his economy up, but he really needs to get those Wraiths out of there. Now Spore Calling and going up, so that's actually definitely going to help ward those Wraiths a lot. But I think this is actually a good choice from Leta because it's a pretty large map. It's cross positions. They're pretty far away, and having that air just mobility and dominance is going to be definitely an asset for Leta in this game. And now he's putting up his second command center, looking to expand a little bit. But basically, he has control right now. Not only is he scouting everything that Luxury is doing, he has control over the air, and he has map control, basically, because Luxury can't move out of his base right now.
Yeah, Luxury was smart in getting up a Spore Colony. I mean, that's going to help. But, see, this is what happens when the Zerg player doesn't go for a Mutalisk Harass in the beginning. It's kind of interesting, because we're now seeing the opposite of what the standard play is, which is, you know, the Zerg going for a quick air harass, and now, because of that, we do see some Scourge output, some great micro from Leta taking care of that. But, not good micro from Leta there. But he didn't lose any race. But yeah, so Leta is actually going for the early race. He is now putting on the air pressure on the Zerg player rather than vice versa, and that's something I think for the Zerg player it's harder to deal with because you're really just not used to it. I mean, you're not really used to having to immediately fend off. I mean, what is that? 4 or 5 wraiths? That, I mean, honestly, they haven't done it too much at the moment, but they have taken out several overlords, and like you mentioned before, just giving that mobility is pretty huge there. But we do see a lot of Scourge going out, no Mutalisks, which of course would go with what I thought before, probably a Hydralisk Lurker build going to be coming up here very quickly from Luxury. It does look like he is he getting the 3rd expansion? I don't know. No, he's not. That would be a little early if you were to go for that. So, but right now, Leta has the advantage. Right now, definitely.
Yeah, it's definitely Leta is going in the advantage. He's switched back. Well, I wouldn't say it's even a switch, but his plan was just to get that factory and those starports up, just to get those 2 race or those 2 starports and that quick air dominance. Then that would help him expand, and now he's expanded. Now he can just switch back to the medic marine off of just 2 barracks. But he hasn't lost any of those wraiths, and now he's smartly repairing those wraiths, so he's just going to keep the air dominance, and Luxury is forced to play a very defensive game, and in a few minutes here, he's going to be in big trouble because he's going to be playing 2 base versus 2 base. Terran versus Zerg is not where you want to be as a Zerg player, and he really needs to get his 3rd expansion now, but he just can't really do it because he can't even really move out because he has no real forces, and he has Hydras, which are obviously good against Wraiths. But once those medic marines come out, like you said, he's probably going to have to morph those Hydras into some lurkers. And the Spire, well, he got the Spire for Scourge, but it's really going to be pointless after that. I don't see him going Mutalisk. He might make a switch to Mutalisk later, but now we see the Academy going up for Leta, so definitely going medic marine. But look at that Wraith force. I mean, he could probably just go in and snipe just like mad right now, and that's going to be horrible for Luxury.
Well, my gosh, here's the problem, is that the second Leta gets the cloak for those Wraiths, I think it'll be over because, I mean, Luxury's having to spend all this money on defense. He will have to spend the money probably faster than he wants to on, wow, look at that, on getting the, he does have Overlord speed already. So he does have the Overlord speed that will help him out with this. But, I mean, look at that. Look at that excellent micro by Leta. Just sniping off 1 Hydra at a time. I mean, obviously that's not going to do a ton at this moment. It does look like Luxury is going to go just straight for kind of his standard build the last few times that I've seen him, which is just go right into Lurkers. And I'm assuming he's just going to see if he can overrun the expansion. Honestly, I don't think this is going to work. I'm trying to think of what Luxury could do to counter something like this. I mean, obviously, getting Hydralisk is a great counter to Race because they are so fragile. Wow, you're a moron.
White guy.
It's a white guy. But look at this. Just keeping the pressure up despite the Spore Colony. He's still, I don't think, Leta might lose one. He still hasn't lost a single Wraith. And look at him, he's still taking pot shots.
Well, yeah, Leta here is actually almost playing like he's a Zerg player.
Yeah.
It's crazy. but he's going around, he's using the map to his advantage, he's using that artifact to harass that natural expansion, which is normally something you'd see Mutalisk do against the Terran. Just go in and out, back and forth between that artifact, that raised area. That's exactly what Mutalisk do, and he's using his Wraiths the same way. And, I don't know if Leta planned to have this much heavy Wraiths, but he just kept producing them because, well, he did plan for it because he had 2 starports, obviously, but basically it's a smart build because Luxury really hasn't done anything to stop it, and like I said, Luxury can't expand really because those Wraiths are just always going around the map. Now it looks like Luxury is going to come in and try to put a little bit of contain, but there's already 2 tanks up for Leta on that ridge, so that's going to be able to just stop any of these lurkers coming in. It looks like he is coming in with the lurkers, but I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to try to run up the ramp or to just get right there in that bunker. A lot of Wraiths in support, though, and the tanks. I just don't see it doing very much here. Wraiths going in, and those lurkers just getting slaughtered between the tanks and the marine fire. And now the Wraiths coming in just to help out a little bit. Actually, Luxury doing a pretty good job here.
He lost a lot of Wraiths.
The one thing that hurts Leta is, while he did have those tanks on the ridge, they're not completely immune just because they're on the ridge. So those lurkers are able to shoot up there on the ridge and take out those tanks. And now Leta actually is a little bit hard pressed. More Hydras coming out for Luxury.
Wow, I think, this is exactly what Luxury did to Hwasan to beat him, and this is Luxury just doing a great macro job. He focuses a lot on lurkers. Now, he hasn't focused fire on the Comsat, which is what he did do to beat Hwasan, and looks like we have another expansion going up there for Luxury. I honestly don't know what's going to happen with this. Leta did invest a lot in those Wraiths, and in that attack, he did lose quite a few, but look at this great surround here. This is a huge surround by Luxury. Luxury is going to go in. He is going to take out the bunker. He's taking out tons and tons of SCVs. This is crazy. I honestly thought that Leta was going to have the advantage for this game and that he was going to be able to kind of take things over. He is attacking the expansion there, but that's just, 2 Wraiths attacking the expansion. I don't really know. I don't know where this is going to go at this point. Luxury definitely has a contain on Leta's base, and at this point, because Luxury has gone, he does have so many Hydralisks, those Wraiths are kind of ineffective.
Well, he doesn't really have a contain anymore. What he was just trying to do is put on that pressure so he could finally get his expansion up, and he has succeeded in doing that. So props to Luxury to be able to put on the pressure so he could get that 3rd expansion. But really, even though he killed a lot of forces of Leta there and put pressure on, I still don't think that Leta is at any rate behind. He's still probably ahead just because he's got those 2 expansions fully up and running. You didn't see any SCVs go down. Leta had 2 bunkers in position to guard against that flank.